Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And yeah, we about to talk. We about to dive into this Trump sending Marines. He sends Marines to Los Angeles amid these riots, these LA riots that are going down. We're gonna get into it. So with that being said, we're smoking all my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. I don't know what that is on my face. Probably some tissue. But yeah. Original link in the description, and yeah, it's wild times. Let's hear about it.
Where we saw images like these following some ramped up immigration raids and then protests.
President Donald Trump is now sending about 700 Marines to the area. Let's go to CBS News correspondent Danya Backus live in LA for us. Danya, what's happening?
Yeah, good evening to you. Right now, we are experiencing a pretty ramped up law enforcement presence here in downtown Los Angeles. Behind me just moments ago, there was a pretty large group, I would say a relatively large group of protesters. They have since moved, and now law enforcement has come in here.
So let me switch my wording. I had said a riot. It's protests. I think the media wants to. I think they want us to think it's like a crazy riot to justify maybe sending the Marines in and make it seem like it's worse than it is. But I mean, I don't know. If you live in LA, you let me know. I don't live in LA, so I can't really say if it's as bad as they're making it seem. But my bets are that it's nowhere near the LA riots back in the day. And just hearing that the Marines are going is actually pretty disappointing, because I heard someone on TikTok kind of like bragging about it. Not bragging, but just saying like, yeah, when the Marines come, yeah, we it's violence. It's straight violence. Like, we come and we do this, we do that. And it's like, damn, this is what it's come to, where we got to use the military on our own people. So do I agree with if protesters are damaging the community? No, I don't agree with that at all. But I don't think that's what's happening. Let me listen to some more.
Seeing them gather behind us from Los Angeles Police Department, California Highway Patrol, and in the background, the National Guard. Scenes like this are popping up in a handful of places across the city. Small groups of protesters took to the streets again in Los Angeles as tensions run high following a weekend of protest over immigration raids across the city. While demonstrations were largely peaceful, there were also isolated clashes with police. Some protesters threw rocks at law enforcement and set cars on fire. Demonstrators.
Okay, so all for just listening to this, it does not seem worthy of sending Marines, to go and do what they do. I mean, I would think the police, they get in their gear. That seems like something they can handle, to be honest. But it just seems outrageous. It definitely seems blown out of proportion. How would we know if it wasn't a staged thing? As far as the ignorance that is happening with people throwing rocks at police officers, or how would we know it's not like something staged so things can, I don't know. I'm hearing all type of stuff, and you just never know nowadays. You never know what's what. Like, could it be some type of martial law stuff? I don't know what's going on, but I think it's weird. I do think it's a distraction. I do feel like because people could easily sit here and say, yeah, they're fighting back, but I don't know. This is iffy, man. This is iffy. Let me hear some more. It's iffy.
There's also shut down the busy 101 freeway through downtown LA. On Saturday, President Trump ordered the deployment of 2,000 National Guard troops and put Marines at Camp Pendleton on standby against the wishes of local and state leaders.
I'm here today because on Friday, ICE kidnapped my brother, Jose Paulino, along with his coworkers.
Families of detainees gathered outside one of the sites ICE agents raided, begging for the release of their loved ones.
My siblings, ranging from the ages of 4 months and 20 years, need and want our father back.
I was hoping to prevent this situation from happening. It's the last thing our city needs.
This is the first time since 1965 a president has activated a state's National Guard without a request from the governor. Governor Gavin Newsom has accused President Trump of trying to manufacture a crisis to create chaos.
That's pretty much what I was thinking. Like like what manufacture a crisis to create chaos. Like it just seems like it's being pushed this way. Like this is almost like a plan. Uh, LA had the fires. They've been through a lot. Like this is a community that still is healing from even those fires that happened. Then the ice raids, and it's just ridiculous. Like there's got to be a better way to be able to handle this. I know you got your patriots out there that are like, yeah, teach them a lesson, blah 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 blah. You better be a citizen, do it the right way. But listen, man, I know, I see a lot of people who, they use the farming Mexicans, the working hard Mexicans for their businesses, and they get it done. It's all they doing. They doing the roofs. They doing this. They doing that. But it's like, in all reality, that's not even how America was founded. That's not how. If we really want to talk truth, if we really want to stop BSing here with this patriot stuff, like people didn't just come over here and they came and they took it. You get what I'm saying? They came and they took it. They took it. With like Viking behavior. So. To see, like I've always agreed with, like criminals, yes, they need to be kicked out. People who are doing inhumane acts, people who are a danger, a threat to the community, they need to be kicked out. Even ones that are legally from here need to be handled. But I do think right now this situation is being blown out of proportion. I do. Because if we can't have peaceful protests without it being instigated to a point where National Guard and Marines got to come and hold it and apply pressure, then what does that say about us as a country, right? Like I said, it's so easy to get into that old patriot mindset of, they're gonna learn. You don't disrespect and you don't. But okay, using our brain, it's like, if they're saying majority of this is peaceful, we need to sit down and really analyze who are the people that are causing the mayhem. Who are the people that, the individuals specifically, we need to start judging people off as individuals. Who are the individuals that are burning cars, cop cars? Who are the individuals that are throwing bricks and rocks? They need to be handled, not the people that are trying to have peaceful protests. Because then if we take away the voice of the people that are still here, that are still citizens, okay, they might be fighting for, well, even if you don't agree with their cause, right? They might be fighting for their uncle, their dad, their brother, their sister, mother. But if they're legally an American citizen, then they have a voice, right? So they're allowed to do peaceful protests. So we need to figure out who are the individuals that are causing the mayhem and not apply pressure on everybody, because then that creates a environment that sends a message of almost as if you don't have a voice. You don't have a voice. That's the message that it sends.
Today, the state of California filed suit against the Trump administration.
Since Trump announced his plan to deploy troops, the situation on the ground has escalated quickly.
The president is standing by his decision to deploy troops.
People that are causing the problem are professional agitators, they're insurrectionists, they're bad people, they should be in jail.
CBS News has learned.
Okay, so who are those people though? Like individually, who are these people? There was people that raided the stormed the Capitol, and we got to find out who they were. They got to get, they got to come home. Who are these people that are doing this? Like, who are these specific professional agitators? Like, that's my question. Who are they?
ICE operation.
Because it's just like with Black Lives Matter. A lot of so-called black people was taking a flack for people who were destroying things. And it's like a lot of times nobody knew who these people was. And then a lot of times there wasn't even so-called black people just destroying stuff and setting stuff off, just coming through. It's like, who are these people? Right? There was a lot of situations like that where it's like, you don't even know who these people are. Got to be careful with the movements out there. Got to.
Operations are expected in Los Angeles County for at least the next 30 days.
The federal building. This is where chaos has
And the protesters that we have seen in this area have been peaceful today. We did hear them at times chanting, "The National Guard must go," also saying "shame, shame, shame" as law enforcement officers came through the area. But for the most part, they have been peaceful. The National Guard and Los Angeles law enforcement are deployed across the city, and we have been told there have been about 53 arrests stemming from the protests this weekend. Reporting live from Los Angeles, I'm Danya Backus. Back to you.
Danya.
Dang, 53 arrests. Man, I would say send the Marines to all these neighborhoods that where the crime is outrageous. You know, let's clean up the neighborhoods. Let's handle all the criminals. This is why where my problem with specifically with Trump is just as far as like you literally would have pardoned a rapper, right, who whole career is based off of talking about murder and flashing guns and just influencing urban communities to commit violence, and just it's a conflicting message there. So why are you pardoning people like that? I don't get it at that point. Now that's something that I won't understand. Why are you pardoning people like that when we should be cleaning up the communities? I have nothing against getting rid of the people who are targeting the minds of the youth and helping to keep the destruction in these bad neighborhoods going. I have nothing against them getting handled. I have nothing against criminals from other places getting handled. Criminals here, criminals from other places. I have nothing with them getting handled. I have nothing against them being deported. I have a problem with him pardoning a rapper who whole career flashing guns and talking about killing people like that. It's just it's hypocrisy. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It's a joke at that point. It makes no sense. Like, why? There's so much other things you could do. There's other people you could pardon who could actually help the communities, So I don't know what to say about that. This is a TV show. This is the Truman Show. This is a circus. So just know that. If you're out there watching right now, just know that this is a circus. Get your popcorn. We are on season 2025. I mean, we're on. Yeah, season 2025. Yeah, Earth season 2025. Wow. But yeah. With that being said, original link in the description. And I will be back with more soon. Let me know what you guys. I would actually say we're on season 25. I'm gonna start it from 2020. We're on America season. Wait, no, this will be season 5. I'm gonna start it from 2020. We're on season 5 of America, and it's been on and cracking since 2020. Seriously. So yeah, you let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll be back more soon. Much love.